Innerville Club of Nanganar.
Kanchana. That is Kanchana. Kanchana, I can start.
Okay. மனவூஞ்சலில் ஆடுகிறான் கண்ணன், மனவூஞ்சலில் ஆடுகிறான் கண்ணன், ஞான ஒளி என வருவான் எதிரினிலே கண்ணன், மனவூஞ்சலில் ஆடுகிறான் கண்ணன், ராகத்தை தருவான் குரலினிலே, ராகத்தை தருவான் குரலினிலே, வேணு கானத்தை தருவான் உள்ளாங்குழலினிலே, திருவோணத்தில் வருவான் உலகினிலே, திருவோணத்தில் வருவான் உலகினிலே, வானத்திற்கு ஓங்குவான் கண்ணெதிரிலே, மனவூஞ்சலில் ஆடுகிறான் கண்ணன், ஞான ஒளி என வருவான் எதிரிலே, மனவூஞ்சலில் ஆடுகிறான் கண்ணன், தவழ்ந்து வருவான் குருவாயூரினிலே, தவழ்ந்து வருவான் குருவாயூரினிலே, நீண்டு கிடப்பான் திருவரங்கத்திலே, நீண்டு கிடப்பான் திருவரங்கத்திலே, நின்று கொடுப்பது திருமலையிலே, நின்று கொடுப்பதும் திருமலையிலே, அமர்ந்து அருள்வது நம் மனதினிலே, மனவூஞ்சலில் ஆடுகிறான் கண்ணன், ஞான ஒளி என வருவான் எதிரினிலே, மனவூஞ்சலில் ஆடுகிறான் கண்ணன், கண்ணன் கண்ணன்.
You, Kanchana. It was a lovely rendition. So next we'll have our Innerville prayer by Mary Nathan.
God, the true meaning of friendship. Never let us forget that we are all thy children. Notwithstanding in the disturb our fellow men, remembering that we too often need help. Whenever or wherever in the need for service arises, help us to be ready to serve, endeavoring to make our badge of Innerville worthwhile, ensuring that we have not lived in vain.
May I call upon our President Padmini Subramaniam to speak a few words about our program.
Good evening, our district chairman Kamala Selvam and all other co-presidents and other members of the other clubs and my dear members of my club. புறந்தூய்மை நீரால் அமையும், அகந்தூய்மை வாய்மையால் அமையும். இது வள்ளுவம். நம்ம மனசு சுத்தப்படணும்னாக்க மனசை எப்படி வச்சுக்கணும்? வாய்மையா வச்சுக்கணும், உண்மையா வச்சுக்கணும். அந்த உண்மையா எப்படி வச்சுக்கிறது, அதுக்கான வழிகள் என்ன அப்படின்னு நமக்கு காட்டுறதுக்கு ஒரு குரு வேணும். அந்த குருவை யாரா இருக்கலாம்னு நினைச்சா இன்னைக்கு இந்த சுபாஜி ஒரு ஐடியலா எங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சு we started that we can do this. இது நான் நம்ம டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் சேர்மன் கமலா செல்வத்துல கேட்ட உடனே she said very good, go ahead. அது நம்ம அனௌன்ஸ்மெண்ட் பிரசிடென்ட் இதுல போட்ட உடனே really I was surprised to see so many responses from so many clubs. எனக்கு ஒரு பக்கம் ஒருக்கா நம்ம கிளீனிங் மைண்ட வச்சுக்கிறதுக்கு இவ்வளவு வேணுமா, இவ்வளவு பேருக்கு இருக்கா, இல்ல we need குருவா. But anyway, I am very happy to see the responses from these clubs. IWC Magirambur, IWC Bellevue, IWC Galaxy, IWC Chennai Harmony, IWC Gudiyatham, IWC Chennai Gemini, IWC Chennai Symphony, IWC Chennai Vriksham, IWC Gindi, IWC Korattur, IWC Metro, IWC Ranipet, IWC Madras Ashok Nagar, IWC Chennai Presidency, IWC Cheyyar, IWC Chennai Melody, IWC Maraimalai Nagar, IWC Chennai Gemini, IWC Madras Besant Nagar, IWC Madras North, IWC Chennai Rainbow, IWC Madras Mount, IWC Chennai Melody, IWC Madras Bay City. I think I have covered all the clubs. The owner and the clubs of Vittu, please kindly excuse me. Anyway, I am very, very happy that so many people have come here to hear the spiritual guidance going to be given by our Guru Shobhaji. So my before the formal thanks, I'm just sending my heartfelt thanks to all these clubs and club co-presidents. Now, that formal welcome address will be given by our senior strength and pillar of our IWC Esplanade, Padma Chandran. Padma, now the floor is yours. Padma, unmute pannu.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead.
Now here. Can you hear me?
Yes, Padma.
Yes.
Good evening to all. It is indeed my great pleasure to welcome all of you. First of all, I am welcoming our chief guest, the multi-talented Guru Shobha Ji. I am welcoming you, madam. We are very eagerly waiting to hear your speech. And secondly, I want to welcome our young and energetic Kamala Selvam, the district chairman. I am welcoming you, Kamala. And above all, I want to welcome all the presidents and members of other clubs of Innerweed 323. I am welcoming the PDCs, district officials, and all the other members of the club. Mainly, I am welcoming our own members, that is Esplanades. I think this evening will be a very good evening, and please listen her speech, and it will be very informative to us. So, ma'am, we are very eagerly waiting to hear your speech, and thank to everybody. I am once again welcoming all the members, Innerweed members, presidents of all the other clubs. Thank you.
Thank you, Padma, for your warm welcome. May I request Purnima Kumar, past president, to introduce our speaker, Guru Shobhaji, to the august audience.
Namaste, Shobhaji. And before I do my introduction, I'd like to make a small correction. She is not Shobha, but Shobhaji. Okay. Good evening, one and all. The global pandemic in the last 2 years has created a situation of constant fear, low vibrations, and uncertainties in our lives. It is easy for the mind to follow random thoughts and get lost and distracted from our priorities. To help us regain our focus and stay mentally strong, we have with us today Guru Shobhaji, owner of Internal Insight, who will help us to detox our mind and evolve ourselves to lead a happy and healthy life. I deem it my privilege, pleasure, and honor to introduce spiritual Guru Shobhaji to this august audience. Shobha, fondly addressed as Shobha Didi, is a practical torchbearer of happiness, joy, and holistic living. She is a life coach, and her powerful discourses are based on true practical experiences and knowledge. Her divine aura and awakening words enable one to evolve spiritually higher in life to the fullest in physical and professional world. Her spiritual journey started at age 13 as she was intrigued in knowing the reality that we live in and to realize our own true self. She believes that Unconditional love is the only universal language which makes our soul feel healed, and that is our true nature. With complete awakening and an unparalleled worldly wisdom and experience, her teachings help each one of us to
இன்னர்வில்ல இருக்கிறேன் இன்னைக்கு அதுக்கு ஒரு தலைவலி என் தள்ள போட்டாங்க ஒரு vote of thanks கொடுக்கணும். So I have to hear the whole thing to give a
internal insight dwells on happiness, wellness, and positivity and self-realization of the soul. To benefit all and to maximize our strengths, she is available on social platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Ladies, presenting to you Guru Shubhaji. Didi, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much for such a lovely introduction, and it is indeed my pleasure to be here. It's so much of fun to see such excited faces and such pretty faces. And I typically love this heading that we have today is cleansing of the mind, which is also called mental cleansing. Yes, this is extremely deep, intense. So is this again another talk that there is a speaker who's going to talk and there are listeners who are going to listen? I don't think so. For me, I think this is an opportunity, a beautiful divine opportunity whereby we are not only collecting information, which we have been doing a lot throughout our entire Janma, our entire life, but this is an opportunity where we find a way, a path of internal awakening. What does that even mean? Internal awakening. It is only when there is an awakening we use the word knowledge, because knowledge cannot be read. Knowledge cannot be thought of. Knowledge cannot be heard. Knowledge is something that comes out of experience that happens when there is a mental shift. Listen to this very carefully, because this is a life-changing opportunity, a mental shift. What is this mental shift? Something that actually pulls us, draws us into an internal introspection that makes us stop, think, and stare. Stare where? Outside? Again, that's what we've been doing all the time, wasting our energies, not really knowing that we are even wasting it. Is there anything else we can actually do with this energy? It just seems to be available with us for free, isn't it? It is just flowing for free, isn't it? It isn't. It isn't flowing for free. There is a charge, and this charge is again so divine. Why do I use the word divine again and again? Because it cannot be accomplished in the sense anything else can be refilled. You have a cup of tea, you finish it, it can be refilled. You can have some more food if you want, if your plate is empty. But this divine energy, in Hindi we call it Pavitra Urja. The divine energy cannot be refilled. There is a quota. It is under meter. And if you do not use it well, then there is a tax. There is an implication to it. What is the implication again? What is the implication? Arey? So we didn't know this, did we? That we have to really safeguard this thing called divine energy. And energy is just flowing, no? No, it isn't. It can be enhanced. When does it feel that this energy is being blocked? Every time, like a person just said, because of the situation, our mind goes downside. The vibrational energy becomes really low. See, that is what I'm saying. When the mind gets influenced with external attributes, with external surroundings, you mean to say our mind is so dependent. It is so weak. It has forgotten to look inside. It has forgotten to rise above. Our prayers are only now limited in front of idols. It is only limited in temples. It is only limited when there is a want and a desire and a pain that upsprings inside us. And we have no patience. We are like, oh, do I have to go through this to experience my good? Oh my God, do I have to actually listen to an entire talk for a mental cleansing? Seriously? Don't you think my mind is clean already? Oh, come on. You guys can do all the listening. I think I'm good for now. That is it. The thing called Dheeraj, patience, allowing, making it available for higher growth is a lack in our system, which is true. It is the same in a student, in a child, in a grown-up who really can't wait any longer, who is tired of crying, who's tired of going through pain and says, now when? How long? I have been doing this. Oh God, you only got me to give me all of this. What has happened to all our prayers? Where is it all gone? See, the lack of patience, the lack, again, in Hindi, we use the word dheeraj, like a child who does not have the patience to go through his schooling. Even a human mind, even though the human body has grown in time and years, the mind is still restless. It's still restless. It is only craving, wanting for various experiences, thinking that all of its growth is dependent on two factors. One is the growth of the physical body, might somehow help and enhance the growth of the mind. For information gathering, maybe, but experience is a complete different thing altogether. Okay, and again, growth, maybe bank balances go up. We are growing. Status, more people know about us. Well, we are growing. All right. Lot of experiences in our head through the ups and downs and ups and downs. Now that is a good growth. That is something that you can say, all right, yes, we are growing, but that is it. That is not the only divine agenda for us showing up on this planet Earth, taking this beautiful human birth. You know something? Mental cleansing. Why is it so mandatory? And what does it mean? Listen, only through the cleansing of the mind. Now, I will talk to you with whatever limited time that I have, that what are the implications of a cleansing and what do we really mean with the word cleansing? Normally, taking off the dirt from our physical bodies is what we say cleaning the body, right? We go take a shower, our body is clean, we are done. We are trusting the soap and water for cleansing. Now, the mind, how does that get cleaned? By repeating the mantram and japam and doing a bit of a half an hour meditation. Will that cleanse your mind? For that half an hour, for sure. Definitely for sure. Why? Because you're not talking rubbish from this beautiful senses called the mouth. This indriya is kept clean and safe for a bit. You're not talking rubbish. You're not gossiping. You're not repeating a situation which has happened and gone. You're not repeating that. Not wasting your beautiful energy in just rubbish. Remember, sound box, extremely precious. It takes 1 ton of food to bring out and give us the energy for one word to be spoken. And how do we ruin it from morning to night? Oh, bore adikide, rombo bore adikide. Inne panla, let us take up this phone. Oh, let me just scroll through. Yaar kite pesla ipo, this person, that person. Oh, you know something, this is what happened yesterday. This is what happened, going to happen tomorrow. But what is happening right now? Again, hold on. Right now, what is happening right now? There is a talk going on, which we are just simply sitting and listening because we just have signed up to do that. No, the now is furthermore deeper. You have no idea the wealth that you are having with you right now, the wealth that is there in your heart right now and always has been there. Only the gates have not been opened for us to understand and to know that you are and we are the Shiv that ever there is, that we are the Lord Krishna that we have been praying to, that we are the cosmic, that we are the Mother Nature, the universe that operates through us and without us. In and out, there is only this one energy, and we are trapped in this thing called mind, and we don't even know how it operates. The doctor knows the external part of its operation, but we do not understand the way our mind operates, and we are so trapped in it, not even knowing that we are trapped. The mind, my friends, are posing to be me. The mind is all the time, constantly posing to be you. And it seems so real. And that is the trap. to feel that the pain is real, to feel that duality is real. Changeability is something that we are not able to accept, and it feels so real, and therefore a vicious circle of sorrow and pain, and constantly in that trap. A little bit we are able to come out of it through a little bit of sense organs, entertainment and enjoyment, and a little bit of laughing and talking and playing, and but in just 2.5 minutes, yeah, that's a science, that's a mental science. In just 2.5 minutes, the mind gets used to anything you expose it to, anything. All the wealth in this world, zoop, 1 minute, 2 minutes, half minute, and after that it wants something else. Yes or not? Even if you are made to be introduced to the king or a ruler of any country or a prime minister or a president, the anxiety before that will swallow you and consume you completely. Half of your energy is gone there. Why? Because the truth of who am I has not been exposed. So all the time the mind that is thinking to be I, because when you operate from that space of the mind, there is constant sense of incompleteness, constant sense of incompleteness. And the best part is we are okay with it. We're okay to lead a normal life, our day-to-day life, with the sense of incompleteness to such an extent that we're so used to it that becoming used to it has become our comfort zone, We don't know anything apart and over that. And therefore the vikaras. What is the vikaras? The vikaras, the sense of fear, the sense of temporariness, the sense of anxiety is always gripping. We wear good clothes, wear good saris, and cover up all these vikaras which are inside the mind. But at the drop of a hat, fear takes over. Drop of a hat, anger takes over. Ego is all over the place. It is right here as we are talking, as we are walking. Constantly for entertainment, we need to say something. We need to see something. We need to listen to something. We need to eat something. The taste is here and it is gone. But we need to talk about the taste. And we need to keep repeating that all the time for yourself and all the people whom you love. Do we understand? And that is the comfort zone. We have made that into our life. And because you are not aligned with the divine agenda, there's a constant feeling of lack. Do we understand this feeling of lack? We call it a koklapana, a void inside. And that is our biggest enemy. Therefore, mental cleansing, the void inside. You need to do whatever it takes to fill this void. Otherwise, the feeling of incompleteness will not leave you. You will keep blaming relationships for your present pain. You will even blame COVID for your internal pain. You will even blame God for giving you an internal pain. Whatever it is, you will look out for praise to fill up this void, to give you the sense of validity. Somebody talks about it, such a nice feeling. Somebody doesn't talk about you, oh, what happened? How come? She didn't even talk about me. My name was mentioned. Oh, that's so nice. So much of reality and energy put into something which is a lie. It does not exist. Sense of validity, living with the pair of opposites. If there is a nice feeling, there will be a bad feeling tomorrow. If there is goodness today, then there will be a sense of badness tomorrow. So what is it do I need to do to rise above this in my own head and achieve a sense of complete balance, a complete alignment inside? Please understand. So even if you are exposed to be in a company of the ruler of a country, the president or the prime minister, the initial anxiety will swallow you, drive you completely crazy for those few minutes. And then when you are with that person in exactly 2.5 minutes, you might be in your private jet, you might be in a 5-star hotel, you might be traveling to Europe, you might be doing whatever. In 2.5 minutes, your mind is used to that comfort, that ambience, that luxury, and then it wants something else. What's next in the platter, Baba? Give something else in the platter. And this is a constant chase. So when are we going to just stop? When are we planning? When? Which Muhurtam are we planning to look out for to plunge inside for this internal journey? When are we going to actually stand and ask ourselves some intelligent questions? What happens when there is a situation? Why do I get so perplexed? What happens to all my maturity that I show in any function where people say, oh, she's this and she's that and then that, and we love that. But what happens when a wrong word comes from someone's mouth and then we just go disastrous? Our mind just collapses. We are not able to find our balance, irrespective of our age, status, money, maturity, immaturity, just doesn't matter. So if you ask me, not understanding how your mind operates is the only immaturity that there is. And how can a mind get matured? Only by being in the company of those who have it, who have maturity. All right. So maturity doesn't come with education, is it? Oh, that's a shame. Oh, it doesn't come with age also, is it? Oh my God. Oh, that's a shame again. It doesn't come with experience either. Oh, that's a shame again. So how does maturity, and what maturity are you referring to, Didi? Right? A lot of yogis ask me, what is the kind of maturity that you are referring to? I am referring to a maturity where my own sense of ego does not consume me completely. My sense of maturity lies in me understanding that a thought is also a part of Mother Nature. Emotion is not my true self. Right? Stability comes from what? From knowing that there is none other than me in this entire universe, in this entire planet. And for me to have a taster of what actually is the truth, for me to dive inside every time I feel hurt, every time I feel there are so many emotions, every time time feels like a reality. What happened 10 years ago shows up right in front of me, and my present goes down the drain. Does it or does it not? It goes down the drain. What happened to all the good food you've just had? What happened to all this lovely coffee that we've all had? All that nice taste and the nice feeling, what happened to all of that? Just like that, gone. Just like that's gone. Right. Now, again, mental cleansing. There are so many aspects to it. If you ask me, I would be very happy to keep talking about this for hours and days together. It takes years and years and years. Evolution, it takes so many janmas. In fact, what is this cleansing? Every time your mind is minused with a vikara, the sense of I, a vikara, which just does not allow you to let go. The vikara that wants you to hold on all the time, that does not allow you to forgive and to forget and to move on. That vikara, oh, that's so painful. Such a thorn, I tell you, such a thorn in this beautiful garden that we are walking on, in this lovely oasis, and this thorn, this vikara, you really need to do whatever it takes to get rid of this thorn. And that is what I call as a proper, truthful, internal mental shift. Let's just stop talking all the shasha, ha ha, boo boo. It is important that we really look within. It is important because the more we try to prove a point, the more we try to tell to people, look, I know, I have read, I have done this, I know. It's great that you know, but the point is we are losing out. Who is there for me to prove a point? That is again a sense of a lie and ego. What is ego? What is ego? Shouting? Talking badly, having a bad behavioral pattern? Well, those are the byproducts. So what is an ego? It's just very simple. A misidentification of the true me. Just a misidentification of a true me. And don't you think that is basic? Well, I do think. Don't you think that is basic? To know who am I? Where have I come from? Where do I belong? And what am I even doing here? What am I doing here with these family members? Why do I love someone and I don't love someone? Why do I feel attracted towards a certain color, towards a certain taste, and not towards the others? What's going on really? Who's governing this? Who's guiding this? Who's defining my destiny? Is there somebody else? I mean, seriously, there is someone else, is it? Who's defining my destiny? I really need to be introduced to that person. I need to know, whom am I giving my powers to? Isn't this my life as well? Don't I feel a sense of feeling that I am beyond? That I am beyond death. I have all the swarupas of the Atma, which is me, but the mind doesn't understand it. It takes the energy from it, which it is the case, right? That is your source of energy, the Atma, your true self, the spirit. It takes that energy, it operates in such a way that this whole thing called I, which was made only as a grammar for a sense of communication, suddenly seems so real, and the whole world rotates and revolves around that thing called the I. I am Mr. So-and-so, Mrs. So-and-so, Miss So-and-so. I am a North Indian. I am a South Indian. Now I am a daughter-in-law. I am a mother-in-law. So many seats inside. So many seats inside. So many chairs that we are sitting on. How do I feel and sense a sense of liberation? It is just talk. It is just talk. And I don't like theory. Really, wisdom is so personal. It's so pure. It really gives you a sense of freedom from within. So when the mind understands how it needs to give if it wants, if you want to experience something, or you just want something, first of all, there's a big science behind wanting, all right? That again springs from this thing called this void, this emptiness that we call inside. It's completely empty, void. And that void comes when the gap between the reality and the lie has not been filled. It's empty. There's no bridge there yet. And like a yogi rightly said here, that the guru is required, the master who has filled this gap, has filled this gap and then shows you the path and says, look, I have already walked on this path. I know how complicated it is. I know how tough it is. I know how many thorns are there. But listen, this is it. I have taken off all the thorns for you. All you need to do is this with a lot of shraddha, with a lot of devotion and the intense desire of wanting to reach the highest, to get out of this mental trap. That's all that is needed out of you, and I'm just there. Just you need to walk that thornless path. And please be serious about it, really serious. Because if you aren't, even God can't help you. Even if you can't, God can't help you. And if you can, He's the one to show you the path. What path? He will take you to the master, the spiritual master. In Hindi and Sanskrit, we really call him the guru, the one who will show you the path and will open the gates of heaven for you. And those gates of heaven are again what? Towards earning a lot of crores and lakhs, towards blessings for our children and grandchildren, towards their career and prosperity and health. No, that again is a byproduct. What do I mean by a byproduct? It's a byproduct. It will just be there anyway. That will walk the path anyway. Just like Mata Lakshmi is sitting on the feet of the Narayana. So if you have understood Narayana, the way I call it, if you have got that embodied in your system, Mata Lakshmi has no choice but just be there with you. So that is a byproduct. So what are the gates of heaven, my darlings, that I'm talking to you about? It is the internal gates of heaven, of mukti, moksha. Again, two heavy duty words. We hear it all the time on various channels, various saints and sadhus talk about it. No. I am talking about a mukti which is true for me. Great for those sages, great for all the sastras, Great, good. But what may be the truth? May be the truth, but it needs to be true for me to put the stamp and say, ah, true. It is so true. When does that happen? When I feel that lightness inside, a sense of peace inside. Am I feeling free in my mind from overthinking? Am I feeling free right now in my mind from worrying? Is the thought of tomorrow not there in my system right now at all? I don't feel the need of forgiving anyone because I know now from within that there is no one to do anything. Everything happens with his divine will. And there is an entire philosophy, not philosophy, an entire karmic theory which is at play. The karmic accounts, for heaven's sake. We can't run away from it. There is no shying from it. So if there is anything, and that is again the truth, whole truth. If there is anything that is happening in front of us, that there is anything that we are chewing in our brains right now, again, why is this guru and his company required over and above him filling this gap where there is this void from the lie to the ultimate truth? There is this gap, right? We just spoke about. So that bridge is filled by the guru. Apart from that, what does a guru do? He opens up your insides. He opens up your insides in such a way that with any bad happening around you, you are able to process it in your head as being the best for you, being the goodest thing happening for you ever. You have got this magic wand in your head and heart, whereby a magic wand, truly a magic wand, whereby the worst just makes you feel as a blessing, like a divine blessing. Everything converts automatically. It's processed in such a way that you feel blessed. With every happening, you feel blessed. At every happening, you feel blessed. Oh my God, there has been a disease, and the way you think in your mind is that God has really saved us so much. There could have been so much worse, more, right? These are little things. This is not complete self-realization yet. But it is a process. The mind needs to be cleaned first, no? Before it can actually see what is. What the truth is, listen, what the truth is cannot be read from anywhere. It can't be heard from anywhere. It can't be thought of from anywhere. It only has to be experienced and nothing but experienced. Otherwise, ego, the thought of I, does not melt, does not dissolve. A mind that wants to keep tagging does not shut up. The mind that wants to constantly understand, give a meaning to everything. And the moment it is running in that direction, automatically the mouth will not shut up. The mouth will not shut up. Now, forgive me for using the word shut up, but that is the truth, right? Like we shut a shutter down, no? Similarly, how can my senses? Okay, now please understand this. This physical body is run with 12 sense organs, right? We understand the senses, right? The sense of seeing, the sense of touch, the sense of listening, the sense of talking, the chewing, the sense of X, Y, Z. Now, the one who manages these senses, the manager. It may seem that it is you, but who's that you? It may seem it is your body, but what is his body comprised of? So again, so who is the manager? The manager is the mind. So whatever is manufactured in the mind needs to be taken care of. Just like if you make the food in your kitchen, after it is made, something has to be done about it, no? Either you need to eat it or you need to store it. You need to consume it or you need to put it in the waste. And then there is an entire waste management process. So anything manufactured, anything created needs to be managed. Now, this is exactly what happens with your mind. Anything that your mind starts to process, it is manufacturing an emotion. It is being processed, and based on the quality of what is being processed, will there be the emotion. Like based on what you have cooked, there will be the odor. Correct? What you have taliquified your vegetable, how have you taliquified it? It will have an odor. Similarly, how is your quality of your process? Now that is the thing. Mental cleansing defines that very quality. And aha, that is where your freedom begins. So if you have been able to understand that art of proper processing, the emotion that comes out of it would either be binding or would help you feel free, will either help you make further karmas or help you release from all your previous karmas and make sure that new ones are not made. Do we understand this or we don't? Because karma is not made with your physical body. How come action is happening through physical body? No, Shubha Didi, what are you talking? Yes, your physical body is a static, beautiful, obedient instrument, like the sofa I'm sitting on. It can't jump up and say, do not sit here. It does not have that liberty. It just has to be. It just has to do as the master asks it to do. Similarly is that of your human body. Your human body does not make karmas. It only follows. It has its own doings. We call it kriya. Ye khali kriya karta hai. It only seems, it only does the physical part of it. The master who makes him do it is where, can you tell me? Your mind, right? So karmas are made through your mind. You might be feeding somebody, okay, making shira for somebody, but your heart says, oh my God, so much of work in my hand. What rubbish is this? Why do these people have to come today only? I wonder when I can get rid of them. Correct. Nobody can actually, you feel, nobody can actually sense it. It's just in your head, no? But let me tell you, a thought and the vibration that comes out of it, they are brothers and sisters. They go together. The quality of the thought and the vibration energy. Quality of the thought and the vibration energy. So subtle is your effort. How deep your effort has to be to clean your mind. Now, can you imagine what an amazing topic this is? And really to address it correctly, it requires janmas and janmas of time that you need to spend with your master who will help you go inside. So we think that it's a thought in my head, and how does it matter to anybody else? Oh my God, that alone matters. Your vibration energy travels faster than the speed of light, and that is true. And it is your mind and your every thought which is being beautifully exposed to Mother Nature, to the cosmic, to the Lord Krishna, to the divine energy that fills up everything inside and outside. And that is how your karmas are made. Huh? Amazing, isn't it? That is how our karmas are made. So who is making the karma again? We are. And every karma's action becomes our destiny that we call pralabdha. Correct? So who is the master of one's own destiny? Your own mind. Correct? And therefore the cleansing of the mind, mandatory, isn't it? Extremely mandatory. So if we may think that a thought is not known, you're feeding someone, giving food to someone. That is why we say all the dhanams, the result of that does not accumulate as punyam necessarily. Sometimes it can also result or go into the dustbin. A very evolutionary statement I am making, but please get it right. If there is a sense of ego in my head of doing, I am the one to do. I am the maker. I am the breaker. If I don't think I can't do this, if I don't talk, the person will not understand. Are the one who's driving your mind, the one who's energizing your physical body and the mind. Sat, Chit, Ahinkar, all of that, the Atma, the real you, which is completely inside you, inside and outside. The same Atma, the same energy, the same intellect, the same force that is driving the intellect called Krishna is in every human heart. Yes or no? So training your mind in such a way that it can actually see and be bothered and connect itself only to this source, only to the satta, only to this foundational energy, only to this light is the ultimate cleansing, is the ultimate cleansing. Do we understand all the actions that happen up and down? Something has gone wrong with our children. Something has gone wrong in the mind. My daughter just recently married and she's going through a tough time in her in-laws. Now, listen to this carefully. If The mind of my child is qualitatively extremely high and mature. The sanskars are beautiful. My daughter will convert hell into heaven. Yes, do you understand this? Has the capacity to convert hell into heaven. It is again depending on what, like I just said, the quality of your mind, the patience, the amount of patience, the amount of zero sense of return. What space are we operating from in our head? What is the platform on which we are standing and leading our lives? We just want. Manam we know, respect we know, caste we know, health we know, blessing we know. I mean, really, what have we earned in return? For what? On what grounds? On what basis? So if you again, mental cleansing, operating from a space of giving, operating from a space of non-judgmental shift, operating from a space of not wasting your divine energy through excessive talking, through excessive seeing. Your eyes, listen, your eyes, beautiful instrument. The eyeballs can move. Ask yourself this question: on whose permission? On what permission? For what did my eyeball move from here to here? If it moved just like that, like the air is just flowing, just like that, it's fine. But who is the one sitting inside my head and tagging everything these eyes see? The eyes have the light, but you are the one who actually sees. You are the one that creates meaning to everything your sense organs are doing for you. Please understand, they are God and goddesses and not your slaves. They are God and goddesses, not your slaves. Right now, as we are talking internally, just please bless yourself and disconnect from all the activities of your senses. You will experience instant peace. Suddenly, your mind will just come back and come into your consolidation, complete alignment. It will just say, wow. And the moment your mind starts to experience that wow factor, it will become like a little puggy. Puggy, you know that Puggy, that pet dog Puggy, it'll become like a little Puggy and support you in everything. The mind will tell you, if po satam poda de, stay quiet. Right now, just drink that poison. It's all right. Just stay quiet. Wow, what a beautiful thing. The same mind earlier would just jump every time. Words would just keep flowing. Apdi ille. That was not the way I meant. This is how why are we proving a point? To whom? If you are genuine in your heart, internally your intentions are genuinely right and correct, don't you think that he knows it? Don't we think that my master knows it? Am I not in love with the God I pray? Or I'm just doing this pretension? Or I'm just going there because I have several wants and my desires. And if I don't go on the New Year Eve on the 1st of January to God, maybe he might get angry with me. If I don't fast on this particular day, maybe he might get angry with me. I don't understand these statements, darling, because if my mind again is doing what it was made to do in the first place, my mind in this human birth was made to realize the highest. It is an opportunity. Every human birth is an opportunity for ultimate freedom, for moksha, and a mind that works towards it will attract all the attention of all the gods and goddesses, will attract the most divine blessing that there is, the one that you can see through your eyes. Just because now if your eyes are closed and you're in deep sleep, then what is happening? Who is taking care of us? Who's taking care of this little child in a mother's womb? Who's taking care? We all know that. It's the biggest miracle of God. We all know that. But really, no, you still don't know it. The more cleaner your mind gets, the more it experiences a wow factor. The more it says, head to toe is nothing else but Vishnu. Head to toe, there's nothing else but godliness. Head to toe. Where is the I that says, I want to do the darshanam? Where is this God that I want to see? You mean he's dependent? His darshanam is dependent only on your limited eye vision, is it? No, the darshanam is in the feeling of egolessness. The darshanam is in the feeling of I am not. The darshanam is a feeling in a complete, cleaned mind. A mind that just feels that it has got everything, that it is completely protected. There is no fear. There is no today and tomorrow. There is no timelines that he can be limited to. A mind that experiences gratitude, thankfulness, patience, and is not externally craving for any of its whims and fancies, and understands that nobody else is obligated to fulfill anything the mind wants. And if the mind is bringing up a want, you need to show it. You need to ask it questions. You need to ask it questions, a lot more productive questions. Not just stupid questions. Inge poninga, ingelende varinga, ye saapad matengringa, what is happening here? What is happening there? Those are stupid, unproductive questions that the opposite person will tell you as information. The mind needs to taste something much more deeper, really much more deeper. Like I told you, the wow factor, and suddenly all your senses will seem consolidated. Your mind will feel at peace. And that is the bottom line. That is the purpose. That is the implication. When your mind starts to experience peace, with or without an external happening, is when the reality will show up. So that is why I say this is just not a talk. This is not just one of the functions that we attend to. It isn't, if you ask me, it isn't. It is an opportunity for our internal shift to happen sincerely, truthfully, for that internal shift. What is that internal shift? Whereby I gather this energy that enhances my interest to look inside and say, no, enough of phone calls. Enough of talking, enough of thinking, enough of running here, running there, enough of wanting for praises and wanting for good words. I need my life to get a little more deeper than this. We don't know when the next calamity will hit us. We don't know next when this breathing will stop. And then what happens? Will I be really feeling justified for this human birth? Am I living only for me and my 4 or 5 family members? Is that it? All right, we're doing a lot of activities, no doubt about it. At our external level, we are doing a lot of activities, but not enough. We need to do some for ourselves as well. I'll be happy to answer your questions. I think our time is up, and you can be free to ask me if you've not understood anything or if you need certain clarifications. Please feel free. You can raise your hands, and I think the host will then unmute you.
Thank you, Shubhaji, for your inspiring speech. The question and answer session we'll have after our chairman gives her valuable insight on today's program. So the last will be the question and answer session. So may I request Anita, past president, to introduce our district chairman, Kamala Selva. Can you hear me?
Good evening, ladies. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. As a child who had the privilege of convent education at Nazareth and Uti, a passionate girl who well handled herself with the right set of hobbies and thought structured herself in an apt path, the school premises nurtured her, all her passions, and one such was music, which she loved the most. Later, pursued her bachelor's in commerce at Stella Maris, where I met her first. I had seen a friend in her, and many a times her aspirations further took a leap to study further, where she pursued her master's in business administration from Loyola, a pride position of a gold medalist. Later joined the Innovate Midtown in 2006 and never looked back since then. She was adored with all the posts, heading at the club and later district level and the Rotarian, and done a lot of good work which gave her laurels and one lot of hearts too. Her strong relations towards women empowerment and gender equality is inspiring. Another feather on her cap would be that she loves yoga and runs an institute too. She is also a student of Vedic astrology since a decade and a half, doing honest social work. She hails from a well-groomed family, husband being a successful man in the Rotarian. She also shares the pride of having two siblings, a friendly, inspiring, beloved person who loves Innerville and its contours. Thank you, ladies.
May I request the district chairman, Kamala Selvam, to give her valuable insights on today's program.
Thank you, Anita, for that lovely introduction. Innerville Club of Madras Esplanade President, Padmini, to the members of Innerville Club of Madras Esplanade, to our eloquent speaker, Shubha Sandeep, who gave us such an insightful speech on a healthy mind today. Very good evening to all of you. It was a pleasure to be a part of today's program because, like everyone knows, a healthy mind is a healthy body. And as we grow older, we need to keep ourselves calm despite so many things. Of course, experience teaches us so many valuable and beautiful lessons. But beyond that, they say stress is a reason for several health-related issues. And our speaker today, Shubhaji, spoke so well about how we can keep our mind healthy. I especially like that point where she said validation is something which everyone seeks, and that is actually not necessary, which is 100% true. Because the more we crave for validation, we start thinking of so many things and we think like, why is that person not respecting me, or why? So expectations start. And when expectations start, we are put to a lot of stress. So the best way is to keep us, I personally feel, to keep ourselves occupied. Even our mind should not be kept at rest. Use it in something productive. Keep doing something which you like. If you feel stressed about something, try and focus your attention on something else which makes you happy. So these are small, simple things that we all follow. And Shubhaji has also given us so many beautiful insights into so many things which are necessary in today's life. So I congratulate Padmini, the ever youthful president of Innerville Club of Madras Esplanade. I think if we see her itself, our mind will become healthy because she's keeping herself so young and energetic and bubbly. And I really admire the way that even at this age, she's 17 going on 70, I think. The youngest and the most clear in thoughts and clear in speech. She has so much respect. I might be so many years younger to her. She always says, madam. I said, I'm feeling so bad that you're calling me madam. It's she says, your position requires me to say madam. So she knows, I mean, she knows value. She comes from an age or a time when all value systems were properly in place. So people from those days know where to draw a line, how to deal with people, and their mind is very clear, I must say. So I'm really happy to work with Padmini this year, who's the president, who has first a clear mind and therefore a healthy body. And I love her joy and the way she takes everything, her joy for life, and the way she's enthusiastic about everything, the way she encourages all her co-presidents, the way she's taking forward this club this year and is now slated to become the president next year too. So I'm sure she'll give another glorious year. This year has been fantastic for her. Next year also is going to be a glorious year. And congratulations to my youngest president.
Thank you.
Program, bringing in such an eloquent speaker, and to all the members of Innerville Club of Madras Esplanade for supporting Padmini in this, and to several other clubs who are also a part of this program and who are here present. Many presidents are present here today. Thank you all for joining today, despite your busy schedule. Saturday, Sunday, we know Muhurtam Nal, back to back, all Kalyanam only, like they're hopping from here to there. Despite which everyone is here sitting patiently and listening, because like she said, like Padmini had mentioned, we all want to have a peaceful life without any cluttering or without any problems. So simple tips like this now will always help us to lead a productive and fruitful life. So thank you, Shubha. Thank you, Padmini. Thank you to all the club presidents who have participated today and to Innovate Club of Madras SPU. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Your appreciating words make me to do more and more.
Well,
You are all.
the floor is open for question and answer session. If anyone has any queries or any questions, please raise your hand. Our Guruji will clear the doubts. Yes, Padmini, you said that you wanted to talk to her.
Yes, of course.
Do it.
Of course. இல்ல நான் என்ன கேக்குறேன்னாக்கா அப்கோர்ஸ் மைண்ட் கிளியரா வச்சுக்கணும் எல்லாம். பட் இன் திஸ் இந்த வேர்ல்டுல காம்படிட்டிவ் வேர்ல்ட் அண்ட் எவ்ரிதிங் இஸ் so polluted. How to keep our mind free from all these things? Give us a simple practice which will make us to make our mind peace and face the world and all. Because this world is so competitive, so polluted. I myself know it. So you just give us a simple suggestion to keep away from all these things and keep our mind clean.
Very nice. Beautiful question, darling. Beautiful question. The answer is very simple. As the company, so the color. Be in the company of those whose minds are clean. For example, attend satsang. Okay, like we've had this one talk for half an hour might give us a little bit of a relief, a little bit in our head. But if you want a permanent lingering effect, like I said, an internal shift, a proper aptitude, each one of us sitting here are very uplifted anyways. Beautiful souls coming from good families, having very good thought processes. But these thought processes also are changeable. They do get affected, no? Like you said, in the polluted world today. So being in the right company is my answer. Being in satsang, attending more of these sessions that help your mind rise, fight against its own negative tendencies, to help it fight and derive its own peace from within. As the company, so the color. Attend the satsang, be in the company of those, have a guru, like we've said, even today we have satsang, we have online sessions 3 times a week, live online sessions, we have offline sessions, and we are there on YouTube or in all the social medias. We have yogis who are attending satsang regularly for months and days and years, for maybe just 1 hour in 3 days. So it's not too much, but at the same time, you require that. Correct? So like you need the company of water to clean your body, you need the company of gyan, of wisdom, the vibrational energies of evolved souls, of holy company. That's how your mind can get cleaned and not get influenced. That is how it can happen.
Well, thank you so much. But how sometimes, even though I want to make my mind clear and all, sometimes I feel, what is there in it? சும்மா மைண்ட கிளீன் வச்சுக்கிட்டு ஒரு இது வருது, என்ன சொல்றது, ஒரு டிப்ரெஷன் மாதிரி வருது. How to overcome that?
Normal, natural. Take it easy. Situations in your life itself will tell you where you stand. Normal, natural. Practice some simple things to start with. Start in the morning by Om chanting. Simple things. Then sleep in the night with a lot of positive thought processes. Bless the world around you. Bless the people around you. Bless the people whom you know, the people whom you don't know. Then go further deeper. Then learn the art of forgiving. Then learn the art. So this is how you can't just say mind clean. It doesn't work like that. Right? So these are these little practices. Things will happen in your life. Don't make a mountain of a mole. Learn to let go of things. These are simple things. Don't make a mountain. Don't repeat something that you only don't like. You didn't like what happened yesterday, for example. Why talk about it to your family? Why talk about it to your friends? Why gossip about it over a cup of coffee? Let it go. No. Enjoy your present cup of coffee. No. Let us do all of these little practices. Bring that in your habits. When you bring that in your habits, your mind is nothing. It's whatever you repeat in your activity and in your thought will become your habit. And that will become your samskara. That will become your character. And that, if that is good, your mind will again be ready for further more progress. So these are simple things. Again, for me, the simplest is go and be available in a holy company. Just go where there is this divine discourse happening, where there is this satsang happening. Just go. Half an hour. It's okay. Let your mind listen. It will automatically know where it was wrong. There'll be a mirror shown internally, that nobody has to tell you, oh, you were wrong here, madam. You were not wrong here. Nobody. We will know our own things that we do. Correct? Correct it. Don't repeat it. That's it. And simple practices will make your life so beautiful.
Thank you. Then can you define me what is called attachment in detachment?
Ah, beautiful. This is a very uplifted question. Attachment in detachment. When I am not detached means what? It seems like a very heavy duty word, no? But it's actually not. Very simple. Detachment is nothing but bring yourself out from a sense of return.
Oh.
ஒண்ணுமே வேண்டாம். ஸ்மைல் பண்ணலனா கூட பரவாயில்ல. அவரு கொடுக்கலனா ரிட்டர்ன்ல பரவாயில்ல. Typically, we are not even looking for gifts and materialistic things. Small things like a smile. If someone doesn't smile, we get hurt. Someone doesn't acknowledge our effort, we get hurt. You make a very tasty dish, your grandchildren, your children don't even eat it.
Correct,
we feel
correct.
hurt. We feel hurt. These are these little things our mind gets stuck to. Big things we are able to win. We are all matured people. We are able to win. This is a little things. So there is what is detachment. Sense of return lend the mind zip out panninga. Just zip your mind out from the sense of return and be attached to that wisdom. Be attached to that feeling of liberation in your own mind, which will come when you are not attached to a sense of return. Love everybody. No?
Fantastic. Very clearly you have answered. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I just want to meet you in person and ask you so many questions.
Please come. You can, we'll fix up a day and all of you are more than welcome. Please come. I will be very happy to see all of you in person.
Thank you so much, Shubhaji. You have thrown light on so many things. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We had a very nice day with lovely presentation of your talk, man. So now we will conclude our program by vote of thanks by President Gargi, Innerville Club of Bay City.
Good evening, one and all. I feel privileged to be giving the vote of thanks on behalf of all the joint clubs of this program, with Madras Esplanade having spearheaded the session. I thank our dear District Chairman Kamla Selvam, District ISO Rakhi Meher, Pink Rose Presidents, and other Innerville members who have been a part of this very powerful discourse that we have just listened to. The number of participants who have logged in speaks for the importance of the subject dealt with today. I'm sure everyone is engulfed by the powerful aura emitted in the course of the last 1 hour. The mesmerizing voice with which she has enthralled us is still reverberating post her talk, I'm sure. How we let our mind work in the right process, giving the right positive vibrations, leaving aside ego, leads to a happy end of joy and happiness. Many more points to say, no end to it. Thank you, Mrs. Shubha, or should I say Shubha Didi, as she's fondly addressed, for guiding and orienting us in the journey that you have initiated at this platform. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Padmini, we can.
Thank you all. Thank you, my co-presidents, my club members, Kargi and Kanchana.
Thank you, ma'am. It was a wonderful program. Really nice.
She gave explanation to everything. So I just wanted to meet her in person and clear more doubts regarding this subject. Thank you, Purnima. Purnima is the person who initiated. But எவ்வளவு club வந்ததுக்கு I expected more attendance. அதியே எல்லாரும் வேற செஷன் இருந்தனால போயிட்டாலா என்னன்னு தெரியல. Anyway, I had a nice time. Purnima, உனக்கு தான் thank பண்ணணும். And thank you, Anita, Padma. Where is Padma? Padma, leave பண்ணியாச்சா? Padma?
Thank you, Padmini ma'am.
Thank you, Javanti. Thank you, one and all.
It was a good meeting. She spoke very well.
Mama.
Oh, Shubhaji, you're still here. Can we ask?
I'm leaving now. I'm leaving. Thank you so much.
Question.
Yes, yes, sure.
Thing is, no,
Just like
your mind.
your talk was just like music. Actually, you sang.
We are privileged to have your divine presence, madam.
Discourse madri illa. I just think Lata Mangeshkar padra mari irundhudu.
No, the way she was projecting, her voice was literally mesmerizing. That's why I had to say that. I really had to say that.
Thank you.
ரொம்ப நல்லா சொன்னீங்க word of thanks. சூப்பரா சொன்னீங்க.
Ama.
Thank you, Mrs. Padmini.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
thank
good.
you, thank you, thank you.
Shubhaji, I have
Without-
only one question.
Yes.
Question. You said that, like, you know, you can cleanse yourself by coming to satsangs, right? But we don't have time to come to satsang. But just listening to mantras, that is also cleansing. I mean, you get good vibrations from there also.
Of course, you'll get very good vibration. But what is the kind of cleansing that I am talking to you is a cleansing that will free you from the cycle of life and death. A cleansing which is permanent. A cleansing where you don't have to depend on a mantra. You become the mantra yourself. The mind is independent. You know, there is no you to say a mantra left anymore. Your mind is just clean. There is no vikar inside, and you are swinging in the joy of Paramanand. That is the mental cleansing I am talking to you about. Not something that will give me temporary peace. Even if I watch a movie, I feel temporary peace. But that is not the peace I'm talking about. That is good. It's good to have that. No doubt about it. You can do that. You can have all of that. But only true wisdom will help you zip out of this temporary swinging. You need permanent stability in your head. That is why the satsang. And we say we don't have the time. It's like a child saying, I don't have time to go to school, mama. And you will say, darling, this is your time to go to school only. What else do you have? So, and nobody is asking us to be in satsang for 24/7. Nobody has the time. Even the guru doesn't have the time. We have to make ourselves available if we want the highest in life, right? You can't say, I don't have time to eat, but your stomach is hungry, so you have to eat. So this is the food for the mind, no, my darling. It is food for the mind. If you will have to bless yourself that and make yourself available for it. It's just simply that.
So today we had your company, so it's satsanga. Whenever we spend with satsanga, that itself will do, I think.
Yes, of course.
You come and listen to your satsanga.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Come, darling, I'm available. So we, leave alone only satsang. Let's enjoy this divine love, no? This vibrational energy, no? Over a cup of coffee, we can do that. Don't we all meet friends? We meet friends, no? So why do we always have to say the word satsang? Satsanga. Satsa means truth, the company of truth, right? So it doesn't have to always be that we are preaching and somebody is listening or somebody is listening and is preaching. No, we can just enjoy as friends the beautiful divine energy and have a chat over a cup of coffee. So I invite all of you. You're more than welcome to come, and we will just have this beautiful chat and just enjoy.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll inform you and come.
Please.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Didi, thank you, Didi.
Bhanumati, thank you, Raja.
I'm lucky to attend this satsang, Didi. I want to hear like this English so much, Didi. Thank you so much.
More than welcome, my darling. More than welcome. Very nice.
Okay,
thank you all.
bye.
So 22nd and எல்லாரும் meet பண்ணலாம்.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, bye. Sunita, thank you so much. Thank you, Sunita. You did a nice job.
Thank you.
Very
I was doubtful whether you can hear me because
No, you are very clear. Very clear.
Very clear.
You hear me? நான் எதுமே கேட்காம நான் ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டேன். It was audible.
எல்லாரோட clear
it was audible. Your speech was audible, but I was doubtful about myself. So
ஆடியோல கொஞ்சம் விட்டு வந்துட்டு இருந்தது சுனிதா.
No ups and downs.
No, you are
clear கேட்டது.
It was very nice, Purnima. The way you introduced was very nice.
ஆமா, எல்லாருமே ஆப்டா ரொம்ப அழகா பேசினீங்க. Thank you so much. I feel proud that I have chosen the correct persons.
That's nice.
Under
Okay,
your
now
guidance.
please,
Yeah.
please be sharp at 3 o'clock on Tuesday. Please don't
Ama.
delay.
Okay, okay,
Okay, okay.
Meeting starts at 3 o'clock, please.
okay, okay. இல்லப்பா
Okay.
வந்துருவோம் ராக்கி
Ah, yes.
அன்னைக்கு ஒரே ஒரு நாள் தான் லேட் பண்ணேனா because of the traffic.
No problem. I am just telling you all so that you know we have further. I have further meeting also. I have to cut back.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Chalo, I'll see you all.
I know.
Special thanks go to DC also.
Yes.
Yes. He
For-
spoke very nicely, no? He
Ama.
spoke very nicely.
Because she herself is a yoga இல்லையா?
That's what. Spoke very nice. Anita, your introduction was superb.
அன்னிதா
Yeah.
clean அழகா அதான் I am very
You both study
happy that-
together, is it?
ஆமா
Anita and
அனிதா
Kamala?
together
Thank
இருந்தீங்களா?
you, ma.
Huh?
Huh?
No.
Classmate, ah?
Anita is an Colombians.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
இல்ல கிளாஸ்மேட்டா காலேஜ் மேட்டா ஸ்கூல் மேட்டா நீங்க
College mate.
College,
college
college.
mate.
Okay.
Kamala college. Okay.
She was in the economics department. I was in the fine arts department.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Anyway, nice meeting all of you.
ஆமா
It was a good subject. அவங்க கேட்டாங்க ஜஸ்பீர் and அவங்க one of her disciples. I said yes. Yeah, okay, let's go through, go ahead, because it's a good subject. We need it.
Good choice,
Ama.
yeah. Good choice, Punima.
Okay, good. We need it. But இன்னும் நிறைய பேர் வந்திருந்தா நல்லா இருந்திருக்கும்.
அதான் நல்லா இருந்திருக்கும் அப்படி
37 வந்திருக்காங்க. It's a nice number only, not bad. Huh?
No, today there were lot of
40,
meetings.
43 members.
So many clubs.
44 45 இந்த பட் 25 கிளப்ஸ் பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணின்றதுக்கு I expect at least 4 வந்தா கூட 100 வரும்னு நினைச்சேனா.
40, only 43.
No
40,
ladies, but
44.
there was lot of meetings today from morning. Continuous meeting போயினே இருக்கேன்.
அதான்
Yeah.
Because of that less attendance.
Yes.
நான் சௌமியா நடராஜன் கூட சொன்னேன் நீ கொஞ்சம் இது பண்ணிக்கோ இன்னும் 10:30க்கு ஒரு மீட்டிங் வச்சிருந்தா I just asked her tomorrow வச்சுக்க முடியாது 2:30க்கு she had a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
அதனால தான் ஸ்ப்ளிட் ஆயிடுச்சு இன்னைக்கு.
ஏய் நம்ம கிளப் மெம்பர்ஸ் நிறைய பேர் வரலப்பா.
வரவே இல்லையா? 10 பேர் தான் இருக்காங்க நம்ம club.
ஆமா
நம்ம கிளப் மெம்பர்ஸ் நிறைய பேர் வரல.
So many people they didn't come. In
Yeah,
future,
yeah.
we should tell them even if they just click on the link. You don't have to. அது ரேடியோ மாதிரி கேட்கலாம். பேஸ்
ஆமா.
அவசியம் இல்ல. You just keep the link open. That's all. That will be nice. நம்ம கிளப் மெம்பர்ஸே இன்னும் ஒரு 15 பேர் வந்திருக்கலாம்.
ஆமா I don't know why. தனிக்கு எல்லாருக்கும் கேட்டேன். Who is that Manogari Kodandaraman?
Yes.
Ma'am, can you please tell me from which club you are?
No. She's Satsang, Subhadidi Satsang.
Okay.
Oh,
Satsang
the
member.
disciple.
Bhanumati, I'm also. I'm Bhanumati.
Anyway, thank you so much. இப்பதான்
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you so much for your
Thank you very
presence.
much. We are
Thank you.
listening already 3 days, Subhadidi Satsang. So nice it was.
Okay,
Okay, guys. Bye.
bye.
See you all on Tuesday.
Everything went on
Hi,
well.
thank you, Padmini, for a nice talk.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye. See you all on Tuesday.
22nd, we will all see you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
bye.
Jayati. Bye. Padma, அழகா பேசினேன்.
Ama.